All right.
Thinking it was probably the episode of
You want to stop recording, Tyler?
I don't know, it'd be funny. This is how you should start it.
I
Oh
know,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the episode of us like about somebody being trapped in the closet.
I don't.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Real Talk with ZTS, where we, as brothers, search for ways to share our voices while having a good time just talking, having those real talk conversations, our shared experiences, and reacting to random topics and articles. As we always say, we all have something to share, and we look forward to sharing and building that community of stories that we can all relate to. Now enjoy the episode.
Well, hey man, this is our first morning pod to kick off the week. Um, Tyler starting off with technical difficulties. I literally woke up with like a um seasonal allergy attack.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was trying to like snooze and like because Friday, I'm still working today after this, but it's quiet in the office. Not in the office. I work from home, but like in terms of um like my other coworkers and stuff, like everyone pretty much took this day off because yesterday being the fourth. And so what I mean is like quiet, I won't have anyone to message me or anything. And so I was like, I'll take I'll snooze a little bit. And my nose just kept running and I was like sneezing and I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll get up. Um uh take allergy medicine and that helped out a lot. But I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. Oh, Tyler's back on.
No, I've been here, man.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
here. He's
I
been
did
with
see
us.
he had his 2011 um peer advisor photo from back in the day.
I don't think it's that old, but yeah, we'll we'll,
Yeah.
we'll say it's that old.
How was you guys fourth?
Uneventful. How about yours?
Same. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think this is probably the first nice, quiet fourth. I mean, we went to a family barbecue, but it was like basically very small, just the auntie and uncles, because all the cousins um already had a plan camping trip. And
Mm.
so, and with the recent, you guys know, with the recent personal events in our lives, basically we stayed behind, the cousins still went, but then like the aunties and stuff decided, it'll be better just to stay home. And so they decided to throw a little barbecue. So it was, good free
Nice.
dinner. Came back home before the war started around us. You have a lot of in your neighborhood, you have a lot of or first of all, where you are in DC is the laws prohibit fireworks?
Yeah, there was, and then, people still do it. Not quite in our area, but there's still like, there's a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of high schools
No one
in this area,
Yeah.
and so kids will still be kids, but and people will still be people. Um, but yeah, there was a lot, and I was surprised that the thing that was near us went like actually happened because of how like overcast and it was sprinkling and raining and super like over like super foggy. I was
Yeah.
surprised. Then when I heard them start going off at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I was like, oh, I guess that's happening still. So
Yeah. I mean, dude, I think majority of Washington cities, maybe well, I'm talking about the west side,
mhm.
uh is fireworks are banned, but no one
Well,
cares,
yeah,
dude. No one cares. It's like
no,
constantly going off.
I'm the guy that like won't even use like the fertilizer I'm not allowed to use anymore, even though I have a bunch of it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yet people are like actually, lighting off fireworks, which ultimately is probably a lot more damage than like me using up the rest of my thing. But I'm like, no, I don't want to be the guy that gets in trouble because, like, if we all, I don't want the Chesapeake to be gross either.
Yeah, I mean, it takes one person to call it in, and then
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly, and then it becomes like a thing.
yeah,
Like that's just a thing I don't have time for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really dependent on who your neighbors are. You know,
Everybody's
you
pretty
know,
chill, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's a day that ends in Y. I'll piss
yeah,
somebody off. So, you know, is what it is.
yeah. How's yours, Tyler in Bremerton?
Oh, it's pretty chill. I think it's one of those things. I know you said a quiet fourth, and I'm like, typically on fourths we go camping,
Yeah,
so it's like it's usually actually quiet. But no, it was cool. We went over um and hung out with the nieces, nephews, and the rest of her family and everything. And the niece, she's still young enough to where she's like terrified of them,
yeah,
whereas like the boys are boys and they'll go light things and stand right above the dang firework itself. I'm like, dude, from the angle, from the side, you know what I mean? So, um, but now there was the neighborhood they live in, there was just people just 20 to $50,000 worth of
oh yeah,
fireworks easily.
yeah. In
They're
Bremerton,
just
yeah, no one cares.
yeah, they're just blowing
Yeah,
blowing money up essentially just because,
yeah. Tax
might
refund.
yeah, really. They might just be, that's what probably what they save for
Yeah,
all year. I know growing up over like by PLU, we would see
yeah,
the same thing. And like you see these people that like barely or seem to be barely getting by. Like yard looks horrible, house looks
yeah,
horrible, like car, they're like constantly in the shop, all that stuff. And then they have like tens of thousands of dollars of
yeah.
fireworks on
Hey
4th of
man,
July. So it's just like,
they're
hey, do what you do.
yeah. Hey, they're financially responsible. When the tax refund comes in, it goes straight to the firework fund. You know,
Oh yeah,
smart.
no, for sure. Yeah, it's just
Dustin
yeah.
knows what I'm talking about.
I don't think I've purchased fireworks probably in 20 something years.
Yeah.
I haven't needed to.
I even when I did, yeah, I agree. I'm the same with you. I haven't purchased fireworks in like I think I probably beat you, maybe like 25 years. But in the one time I did, it was probably like chipping in, to someone who was buying it. Like I'm like, here's $20 or
Right.
whatever, or here's
Yeah.
Same.
$50 because fireworks are expensive. So I guess
Hmm.
I'll put in $50 for that package, deal you're buying. No, but I had a friend who had a there used to have like a family vacation home out in Port Orchard, and that was intense because Port Orchard, there's like no laws. I mean, okay, there's laws, but what I
Yeah.
mean is like a lot of the homes out there are so out in the boonies anyways, where there's less restrictions almost. And so where their vacation home was surrounding this man-made lake. And so every 4th of July, everyone would get out on their docks and would have like fireworks shooting competitions. And it was like an unspoken rule where everyone just kind of like respectfully went up each other, but it made for an awesome show. But it was like, but stuff like that where that's where you could expect like I don't know, man. On average, what? How much are like fireworks? Like
Well,
you could spend $100 and that's only like one mortar,
yeah.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't even go to like the reservation or anything like that.
yeah.
Normally, like if I'm gonna buy fireworks, I'm gonna go to the place
Colonizer.
where, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the place where like they sell the crazy shit. But no, we went to like Safeway's parking lot just to kind of see like, the TNT or the Black Cat tents and
Oh
all
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
stuff. But like all that stuff is, egregiously overpriced anyways. But I know this guy's sitting over here in like a cut off jean jacket vest with the American flag cowboy hat. And I was
What
just
out
like,
of his RV?
yeah,
It's
pretty
it's like a
much.
costume. Like they have to put on the costume.
Yeah,
You know?
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
But
And then he's trying to sell me like, the pack that's like, oh, this thing's it's on sale. It's $375 and you get this little shooter for free. And
Yeah.
that's a $40 value. I'm like, right, because the $40 free value, that's what I care about after spending $400 on
I
this
mean,
box of not even like mortar shells. It's like some mortar shells, but then you have fountains and like tanks and all that stuff, which
yeah.
I do, and I will say I miss the innocence of shooting off fireworks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when we
Yeah.
were younger, we were like the tanks, like that you light and they roll on the
Yeah. Yeah.
sidewalk and just
Yeah.
shoot out sparks.
The
That was
typical
cool.
Roman candles,
Roman candles,
Yeah.
sparklers, and
What's that
then
other one that
the fountains.
yeah, the fountains, but what's the one for you know, when we were younger and we don't know why we hung out with a bunch of those pre-juveniles.
Mhm.
Where
Oh
they
yeah.
would always get the bottle rockets.
Oh, bottle rockets.
Bottle
Yeah.
rockets, because you know what I'm talking about, like clockwork. Every 4th of July, those bad kids in the neighborhood somehow gets a bunch of bottle rockets and
Yep.
starts shooting it at everybody.
Yep.
But bottle rockets were the ones that were constantly and
Snap
the
it's
ones,
the
no,
pop it
not the
thing.
snap, it's the balls that like the smoke balls.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's just the smoke balls or
those ones are pretty cool.
the strobe
Yeah.
lights. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the innocence of like those were cool, and I was like, oh, there's big ones, but I don't care. But then obviously as you get older, you're like, well, I have to get mortars. Those are the cool things.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Honestly, yeah.
so
Yeah. And then you'll always have that one family in the neighborhood that just bought that $40 package deal like you talked about,
mhm.
that always randomly comes with those the Chinese firecrackers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So at the end of the night, everything's all cool. Everyone had a great time. And it's just that one family is like, oh, well, we got this in our package deal. Got to light this shit off. And it's just that annoying
it's
Chinese
just
firecracker.
500
Yeah.
firecrackers just going off. You're like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
okay. I'm expecting like the Chinese New Year dragon to come out
Yeah.
and
Right.
do dances around it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, like, when I have kids one day, I'll probably, do the typical like, hey, we'll let our neighbors, spend the $500 to $1,000 on the mortars, but
mhm.
for you, at least we got to light a sparkler,
Yep.
relatively safe.
We'll bring out
Yeah,
the fountains,
get you the tank, or even the funny little dog poop one,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
I've
yeah.
been seeing. Yeah, what'd you do for uh? Sorry if I'm butchering her name, Anna, Justin.
Yeah,
Get her a
and
sparkler.
we got a lot of that stuff, and then yesterday she just wasn't feeling good, and neither really was I, and we just hung out and watched Encanto again
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
there
and
you go.
again
I
and
mean,
again and again.
I'm a
Hey,
little biased, but I'm a huge fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda. Hamilton and all that stuff, and he wrote the songs for Encanto.
Mhm.
So that's one of the movies where I wouldn't mind my kid forcing me to watch over
Oh
and
no,
over and
no,
over
it's
again.
great.
Yeah,
I like we watched the songs and like I play bass along to them,
yeah.
because
Oh,
like
nice.
the
Yeah,
bass lines are fun. Like
yeah,
they're not complicated bass lines, but like you just get to kind of thump along to the
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
the Spanish music, and it's fun.
yeah,
No, we totally dig Encanto.
yeah. I love Encanto.
Yeah.
Um, One movie that I couldn't get into though, that he co-wrote the songs to, that I just found out recently, was Moana. He co-wrote those songs.
You can't get into
Um,
Moana?
really?
I couldn't get into Moana. I know Moana 2's coming out, or is that not Moana 2? Is it a live action Moana that's
I
coming
think
out?
there's been a lot of
No.
like AI.
Oh, okay, okay. So maybe I'm
Yeah.
just getting
I
caught in
Yeah,
think
those.
I think there is actually like a Moana 2 though coming out. I think
That's
there
what
was
I
like
yeah,
an
thought. I thought
that is
officially Moana's
happening,
there's an
but
out.
like
officially, yeah, but there was a lot of AI stuff that was out there.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You saw like a lot of like live action stuff. I don't know if those were like maybe they were new. I don't know, but I think that quickly went away because I think that they were like, no, we're actually doing a movie. Like promote the movie.
yeah,
Don't promote
yeah,
the don't promote the
Yeah.
thing
yeah,
that's not happening.
Yeah, it
yeah,
might have been like, like Moana on ice or something, but that's probably the most live action that we've gotten in terms of
yeah.
actual live action for Moana.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I mean, I'll try to rewatch it. I couldn't get into it. And it has don't get me wrong, like I enjoy Pixar, Disney on that stuff, but for some reason about Moana, I just couldn't get into it. I think part of it was what I think the Rock's character kind of throws me off.
What,
You know how
Maui?
sometimes, yeah, Maui, not Maui, the character itself, but the Rock portraying Maui, like the voice acting. You could watch a movie and they try to promote like big names are on this doing the voiceover, and sometimes it just doesn't work. I love The Rock as an actor. Trust me, I enjoy his movies, especially his older stuff. Like when he was doing those like those action slash comedy type movies he used to do, like Walking Tall, all those stuff. Like I enjoy The Rock. He was my favorite wrestler when I used to watch WWF when it was called WWF. Um, but something about his voiceover acting for Maui just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of turned me off from the movie. I think that's what it is. I think that's what
I
it is.
I
It's the only
liked
thing
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the songs that my daughter like listened to and sang to first.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no, don't get me wrong. The songs are great. Like I said,
yeah.
I'm a fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda. Lin-Manuel Miranda can probably
Say, say it again. Say it again.
Manuel Miranda.
No. But you were doing so well. You were like, it was like flowing, and I wanted just to have you do it again.
Oh,
You were very excited. You're like, and I was like, whoa.
yeah. I was well. I stopped myself because I was gonna say he can do a rap song, but then I'm like he does rap
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say
Hamilton.
he literally
Yeah.
does rap.
He'd be an amazing rapper.
What was I gonna say? Well, no,
I don't know.
he actually did a real rap song with like Nas and this other New York rapper, and he held his own. It was pretty good. Um, God, what was I gonna say?
He's on
Well,
the
the
same
joke,
level as Messi, but in music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, yes, and
Yeah.
um, but no, I was gonna say I was joking, but I was gonna say if he did rap, like he would still probably kill it. But I'm like, he already does rap. Anyways, going back, what I'm saying is that he could do any type of music. Like he could probably, I don't know, what's a obscure genre? He could probably do a musical on heavy metal. Because I listen to everything, except heavy metal is the only thing I can't get into. But he could probably do a heavy metal rendition of, I don't know, Trump versus Biden in 2016 or 2020, and do a heavy metal musical of that, and I would enjoy it.
Like
That's
the rap battles, like that you could see on YouTube.
yeah, yeah. I haven't.
That would be pretty funny.
I know you guys told me to look up the debates from last week. I haven't done it yet. I
Don't
think
just you.
I,
I'm sure you've caught the headlines. Don't.
I mean, we from what you guys told me last week, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I don't need to what the kids say these days, brain rot videos. I don't need brain rot. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll just take you down a place you don't have to be. Like you
Yeah.
know what you know, and just be done with it.
Yeah. Like speaking of brain rot, there's a really when I find the videos, I don't know why I don't send it to you guys. I gotta find his page again. So there's this like 3D animator, and he's a really good animator, and he does all the videos on Instagram. He does satire of what's called brain rot, which is basically Gen Z speak, so like all the slangs of Gen Z, like like skibbity, what the sigma, all these like brain rot terms like glizzy, all that stuff. And he like does these like really cool animations, and I gotta send it to you guys on Instagram. It's hilarious, um somewhat worryingly addicting to watch because he's so good at doing it. I gotta send it to you guys. It's hilarious. Yeah, but hey man, this is a short week. I didn't get any news updates for anything or anything worthy of news. we're kind of in a political time, so and we don't really talk about politics too much here, so there's not much to bring up besides that. Messi made it to the quarterfinals of Argentina and Copa America. He's still doing great. Caitlin Clark is still doing great. Apparently, their team went from like one of the worst teams to like playoff bound now because or currently playoff bound. It's still midway the season, but they won enough games to stay 8th seed and potentially make the playoffs. Yeah. Maybe next week would be a lot better because it's gonna be full summer season time. You guys got any new news to share? Tyler will probably lead us in a prayer.
No.
Namaste, Tyler. Namaste.
Yes, namaste. Namaste for sure. No, just just in Washington for the week and to actually leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
you guys drove all the way. That's crazy.
Well, she flew for a wedding, and then I drove up.
I see.
So I drove up after we had our large camp that was on campus. I drove up. So and they left a lot later than I was hoping they were going to leave, like 6 hours. So I left Sunday night at like 9 p.m. and stopped at Northern California. Yeah. Just stayed the night in Northern California, and then we powered through the next 12 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah. We were going to try to break it up a little bit more evenly where it was like 6 and 6, but it didn't work out with the timing of when we left versus all of that stuff. So
yeah.
And then going through the mountains is a little sketchy at night. So that's why we decided to stop.
Yeah. Don't ever like risk driving.
Yeah, especially not in the mountains.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Nashville the week of the 15th. Yes.
Oh, nice. What's in Nashville?
I'll just be there the beginning of the week. My little brother's band is playing at the Opry.
Well, that's dope.
Nice.
Yeah, right? Cool. Yeah, like
what would you do if he brought you up for a special appearance?
Wouldn't do that. They're like a professional band.
Yeah, but you never know. Yeah. What if they're just like, hey, shout out to my brother in the crowd. Pick up this guitar. Come on up.
I've seen him play a bunch of times. Like when he's in Maryland or Virginia, we drive out to wherever he is. And I've never been to the Opry because there really hasn't been too many like reasons for me to like drive out there.
Yeah.
For something. But yeah, so I'll be out in
nice, man.
Out in Tennessee. It's only like a 10-hour drive, which is nice.
Yeah.
Probably quicker for me to get to Tennessee than it is for Tyler to get from where he is to Washington.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a 12-hour drive, but
that's what's cool about, like if I just go north, it'd be like, I'd be in like New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even 10. I'd be in Maine,
Yeah. You can drive down to Florida in 12 hours. Jeez.
Yeah. That's when I drive down to St. Pete, it takes me about 12 hours to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're also, you'll be crossing way more states than I do. I only go through 2.
Hey, shut the fuck up. The cat.
Leave him alone.
It's not me. Yeah. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
We found a cat. So did I tell you about this?
No.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, our wife found a cat in the parking garage at the military base, and the base was like, "Well, we don't have animal control," so she was like, "I guess I'm bringing this cat home."
Nice.
So, and then we rescued a turtle. So now I have a tiny little turtle that was
a turtle
hatched. Yeah, so a mama turtle hatched in our front yard, like left a bunch of eggs in the front yard.
Yeah,
and one just like didn't make it to the water that's like right below us, and he was like flipped over for some reason, like probably something tried to eat it, and so we took it in, and now I've got a rescue. So I've got my 15-year-old rescue cat that I found in the bushes.
Oh, jeez.
I've got my like 9-week-old kitten that we found in a parking garage, and I've got a turtle that is now dependent on me. And I've never had a turtle before, but he's so gosh darn cool. I'll never get rid of him. So now I've got a turtle for life.
Well, you're doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
I
I mean, other people are. Other people are doing the Lord's work, but I am, I'm second.
You're doing your part. Yeah.
I'm doing my part.
Which is a perfect segue because, we are now a Christian pod. Just kidding.
We have
another inside joke. Ask us offline about that. But yeah, well, thanks guys. Keeping it short and sweet today. I know it's really sunny and nice weather here in Washington, Washington State compared to DC. It's a nice weekend. So Tyler, enjoy the next few days. Sorry we couldn't link up this week with a lot of life shit that happens, but
hey man, that's what happens. That's life.
Yeah,
that's life.
Yeah,
You can come visit us instead.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah. We'll plan a weekend out there. And then, we'll be in the same room making Dustin jealous. Other than that, man, we're signing off with an amen. And so enjoy the rest of the weekend. Like I said, keep talking with each other, keep thinking together, and keep growing together. And we'll see y'all next time. Have a good day.